Morning, guys. Everybody piling in.
Weird.
Look at that, 2 Brian Howells in one screen. I don't know.
What the heck is up with that? That's so weird.
I don't know.
I
I
need to
love
change
the
that.
one Brian Howell. I can't take 2.
There we go.
There it is. Look at you. Enjoying this AZ spring. We got spring finally.
Yes, sir. Out for a morning walk.
Love it. I saw you at spring training last week, huh? That's exciting.
Yeah, good stuff.
You Divine better hop on a plane.
Yes.
Remember when we snuck into the Cubs parking lot, Devo?
Fond memories.
Yes.
They loved us. They loved us.
They did. Security was very happy to see us. So, good morning, everybody. Jordan, Catherine, Valzarn, the one and only. Yes, sir. Val, that thing looks fascinating. The community, like there. Is that a virtual thing?
No, it's a long story. It's
okay. I won't ask. Well, I'll ask later.
It's in the middle of the desert, so I'll put it. If you want to laugh, I'll put it in their YouTube. Just look up Slow Jamistan.
Oh, I did. I was looking at it last night, and look, they have a whole republic and citizenship. It's pretty awesome.
I started my citizenship application online. You have a chance to finish it though.
I didn't. Well, I almost did, and then it said I agree to all the rules, and I couldn't find them. I'm like, I don't want to sign away my.
Oh, you can't wear Crocs on property, things like that.
I'm in.
It's really strict rules.
You should never wear Crocs.
Never wear Crocs. You can't put your feet on the dash. It's gross. Things like that.
I love it.
Carefully before you agree to it.
It was pretty fascinating. Guys, let's get those cameras on. Steve Wilson, great to see you again. Steve was on our, we did some annuities training on Monday. That was fun.
Good stuff.
Good. I'm glad you liked it. I'll get into that a little bit for everybody here. So let me look at make sure I'm getting everything down. Catherine Arata. I'm just naming people who I haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet. Denise Isbell, Jacob Gunter. Eyes on the road, Denise. Just kidding. Great to see you.
Got it.
Ben Delisle. Dean Meredith. Truck Trujillo. Did I say that right, Chuck? Trujillo.
Trujillo.
Excellent.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't unmute. Sorry, yeah, I don't got a picture up, but it is Trujillo. Thank you.
Trujillo,
nice
excellent.
to meet you guys.
Very nice to meet you. Who you direct to, Chuck?
Troy?
Oh, nice. Excellent.
Yeah, I'm a part-timer, so I can't get in at the office here, but I listen like I'm playing music or something.
That's awesome, man. Rolling University, as we used to call it.
That's right. No, I'm glad to be here.
Road Warriors. Well, Chuck, welcome to the team, man.
Thank you. I'm working on it.
Good. Don't let go, man.
No.
You're gonna work on it. Go all in. Even if you're part-time. I've been part-time since day one. It's a struggle. The balance is the challenge, but it's well worth it.
Yeah, no, this is a transition for me, so I'm getting there, but I appreciate it. I like hanging out and hearing all the huddles in the morning. It's just good information.
I love it. Good. We hope to bring some value here. Jake Schaefer, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who you direct to?
I am direct to Chris Cook. I've been here probably about 2 months.
And
Yeah. I kind of use you when I'm recruiting a little bit, Mark. Whenever people are saying they want to go part-time, I always use your story, kind of how you use 2 different businesses and still make it work here. So appreciate that.
Oh, my pleasure. Anytime you want to pick my brain, I'll be happy to share.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I don't know what you'll get, but it depends on the day. No, good for you. And I love hearing that you're recruiting. The opportunity is real, guys. I mean, I love it because we're all here for different reasons, but same, right? It's all about quality of life, work-life balance, time and or money. And the founders have just done a tremendous job creating a systematized income and a systematized process to onboarding people quickly, getting them trained, and allowing people like me that were pretty well broke 6 years ago to go from here and finding some amazing people like Joe Martinez, Betsy Barr, Brian Howell, Jeff Miller, and et cetera, and amazing. We did $2 million last year in APB over, and guys, what are we at? Close to 700,000 for the quarter already. So not saying that to boast, guys, just saying that to let you know what's truly possible here if you take advantage of all the resources. Now, Denise, you're driving, so you don't have to look, but tell us a little bit about yourself, who you direct to.
I'm direct to Jeff Billman.
Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've been here for about maybe 2 months, but I just started writing this month.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes it takes a couple months even. Like I said, as long as you hang in there and do it regularly. And you've got a wonderful working example. Jeff Billman does not give up. Rain or shine, he's always got the attitude. I'm just going to go get it and go after it again.
That's right. Exactly.
Fall down, you get right back up. Guys, I'd love to see more faces. And I'm remiss, being part-time, I don't always get to attend as many huddles as I like. This is such it's honor. It's an honor to be here with everybody because this is our team and we don't get to get in person too much anymore. However, we'll bring into, there's Jennifer Perez. We got people coming in. I want to hear from one more person. Leaders, why don't you give a shout out? Just randomly pick a new person on your team and tell me a little bit about them, or have them tell us a little bit about themselves.
We got Lacey Shelton on there. She's
Excellent.
direct to one of our new agents as well in our Baseshop.
I think she was welcome into a band last night, right? Yesterday.
Yep.
That's right. Welcome, Lacey.
In California.
Hi.
Great to meet you, sunny CA. Where are you at in California?
I'm in Texas.
Texas.
Oh, Texas. Why didn't I think you said California?
Because he did.
Oh, because you did. Excellent. Hey, they're both sunny. Everyone in California is moving to Texas anyway, or Arizona, right? So, except for Val. Val, keep the peace over
I ain't
there.
doing it. I ain't doing it.
Enough people are leaving, you can basically just reform it however you like. Rocco Pearson, great to see you. This guy has the most intimidating golf swing I've ever seen in my life.
He's on my team. I already called dibs.
Oh my goodness. I remember we had a nice little corporate event in Phoenix last year and went to Top Golf to celebrate Chris Cook's birthday. And we're all just, I'm playing Angry Birds on mine and people are, and then Rocco gets up and it's like one of the Marvel Avengers, if you could think of a golf superpower.
It was like Happy Gilmore.
Right.
He's so quiet and so sweet, you know what I mean? And then he just goes over there and just smashes it. And you're like, whoa. Like, what is this? Like, what letters did you press together on your little game controller that made you do that? And then he got a friend who was just as good too. So it's like, it was ridiculous as far as it was absolutely ridiculous.
Truth, his friend was equally intimidating with his swing.
Equally quiet too. Just two very quiet, sweet people, and then just smashing a golf ball.
Just channel that rage into the club.
Dibs, they're both on my team.
Gentle.
I love it. Diana Sheridan, who are you direct to?
I am direct to Troy Stevens.
Wow, look at Troy. Yes, he is. I love it. This the Zoom screen reminds me of an advent calendar. I just want to peel back each name, see what's up. Anybody have one of those? Diana, very nice to meet you. Where are you from?
Originally, all my life, Washington State, but I'm currently have moved and I'm living in Coeur d'Alene.
Oh, Coeur d'Alene. Where's Coeur d'Alene?
Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Ah, excellent. Brian, you were near there, right? How? He's on his walk. I won't bug him. And Brian disappeared. Adeline, how do you like it there?
It is gorgeous here. Right now, it's a little cold. I really, my dream is to be here in the summer and someplace warm in the winter.
That is the dream, isn't it?
That is the dream.
Well, let's make it happen. How long you been here?
I licensed after the first of the year, and Troy and I are walking me through getting all the bits and pieces put together so I can actually dial, hopefully soon.
Good, I love it. You're gonna have a blast. That's the most, if you ask anybody here, that's the funnest part of this job. Right, guys? You are gonna love it. Well, welcome, Diana. Again, I can't wait to meet everybody, hopefully sooner than conference, but at the very latest conference. That's gonna be exciting. It's I wanna say it's never too early, but now, you know, any day now, it's gonna feel like, you know, you're behind the 8 ball, guys. So speaking of, do get registered for conference. It's simple. You can't miss the links on the website. And you do not, I know, at least for the Hyatt closest to the hotel, which is gonna, or to the conference, is gonna fill up super fast. You only have to put your card down. You don't have to make the payment yet. So if you're brand new and focusing on a lead budget, that's great. But go ahead and reserve your hotel so you're not, you know, hiking 3 miles to get to conference. Stay close to it with, stay as close to the heat as you can. So I got mine booked. I'm sure leaders have owners packs, so talk to your direct first and let them know you're getting registered, and they'll either pat you on the back or maybe even offer you a discount ticket or who knows what. So don't be shy. Conference. You're going to learn more in 3 days than you did, you know, 3 months leading up to it. And speaking of that, we do have the slingshot bonus in action until conference. And maybe even it just stays on the books. Maybe they forget it's there and it just stays. So, but don't rely on that. Go get it. It is called Slingshot to Denver so that you can really catapult your business leading into the most important event of the year. And, you know, I always keep mine right on my desk here. Promotional guidelines, lots of scribbles there, but those are my reminders. So keep those promotional guidelines on your desk. Make sure you're going for it. This is a very important week. Why? Because it's the last week of the month. So we've all been there. We've all done that. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Everybody that I know has probably missed a race here and there by even $50, $100, you know, an accidental policy, helping that one more family, right? So make sure you're checking your numbers today. See how close you are to your goal on the slingshot bonus, and go get it. Make it happen. Make that your objective. And I want to thank Jordan for pointing out again. We've heard it. You know, those of us that have been around a while have heard about this method before. But Jordan, you shouted out the Ivy Lee method yesterday on Monday's call, and I just love how simple that is. So if you guys don't know what the Ivy Lee method is, look it up today. I'm not going to cover it, so hope I didn't let anybody down there build it up, right? You go look it up. That's what Google's for. But the Ivy Lee method is awesome. For those of you that feel a little bit out of balance, out of whack, not knowing what to do next, in line with what we're studying in the book of the month, I think the Ivy Lee method can help a lot of you guys doing this. Yes, it is covered in Summit. That's right, Jordan. No spoilers. I want people getting into Summit. And if you are new, guys, and you haven't gotten into Summit yet, please get in it. It's an amazing new training platform that Quillity has put into play for us, and it is in beta for the most part. So if you notice something, as they say, see something, say something. But so far, I think it's near perfect, and just love how it's streamlining training so that people like Diana working with Troy can get right down to it. What do we got? Check out the band calendar. Again, I got to give another shout out to the Gillums. Jordan has been like clockwork on that calendar with dial sessions, being so generous with her time and her experience and her expertise. Do not take that for granted. Jeff Miller on Saturdays with Jordan. I mean, we got some really amazing stuff going on, but again, just special shout out for Jordan leading the way and shining a brighter path for everybody there. Thank you, friend. Happy early birthday. I was texting Jared yesterday about your Redwoods trip. That's going to be awesome. Tomorrow, guys, Knoxville. If you are, within 3-4 hour drive, it's a must. If you need a little light, you need a little love, or you just want to get around the fire and meet some new people, fly in for it. It'll be well worth it. Regardless of what it takes to get there, I promise that will pay in dividends. Tomorrow is the Knoxville event, and they are doing monthly events in Knoxville for you locals or regionals. What a great way to just, build that local fire. It's getting more and more common that something like that's available as the company continues to grow. We got thousands of agents throughout the country, but it's certainly not the norm. So when you see something like that, take advantage of it. We've got April 7th, Pacific Northwest meeting. And Joe, I know I was asking you yesterday, I don't know when the Phoenix event is yet. It's either the 26th or the 28th, I believe. Have we firmed that up? Anybody?
I believe California is the 26th, and then the 28th is the Arizona meeting.
Okay, perfect. Thank you,
Yeah,
Joel.
I believe so.
We'll get those on the calendar, I'm sure, in the next week or two. But guys, the point is check that calendar. And if you're building your business, recruiting, Jake Schaefer, talking to you, these are the, recruit around these cities, right? Because we're virtual. So I like to hire locals so that you've got local access to people. But I also like to look where, leads are booming. Look where, there's going to be corporate overviews, and, we don't want to crowd it out, but so far Knoxville is still wide open. There's a lot of excess A leads in and around Knoxville area. And also we've got our home office there with Chris and Lauren and Tina and some really amazing people. The Davises, Shelly Jackson, Betsy Barr, right? Amazing. Betsy couldn't make it today. By the way, she's working on some top secret stuff for Debt-Free Life and Cook Next Steps, which again, Val Zarn, Betsy Barr, pioneers, have created an advanced market referral network for any and all. So, if you're just learning advanced markets, or you don't even want to touch them, but you want to help people with them, you just know just a little bit about what they do, and you want to pass that business on and earn a passive commission share, look at Cook Next Steps. Take advantage of that. Use it with your clients, get them on the books. I know John Lambert on Team Gillum just referred in another one yesterday that I believe Val's meeting with tonight at 7. So it's just that simple, guys. John, can you tell us a little bit about the experience? Because you referred MoveIt into us, and you've got one in there for Val. Tell me a little bit about that, because this is leading right into the topic, guys. So love to hear from John about how it works. What do you tell a new agent? What do you do? How do you get somebody on Cook Next Steps, and give us your feedback?
Well, both the cases that happened with me was like, one was a person that was actually a friend of mine who had heard about investing through whole life policy. So he kind of wanted to know a little bit more about that. And I just kind of went to the website and set it up for him with you all. And he got his, assigned to you. And I know you've been working with him. And then in this other situation is a lady and her husband, both in their 30s, but he's a disabled vet and she's military herself, and she's having a hard time getting covered. So we're trying to figure out maybe a way through either tax-free retirement or debt-free life where they can basically try to help them in their situation. So, and it was just easy going to the website, inputting the information and responding to the email. So, but one thing I do want to mention though is that email does come, but I didn't notice till this morning it went in my spam filter. So you may want to be careful about that. Check your spam filter and make sure.
Thank you, Betsy and Val. We'll look at that, right? Make sure, but some spam's a funny animal. If enough people don't open it, it happens. So we'll have to take a look at that. It's great to know. Thank you, John. So guys, it really is that easy. It's about having a conversation. I'm going to talk about that a little bit here in the last 10, 12 minutes or so. But first, leaders, we're here. You want to shout anything out? Any news and notes that I missed, I guess, is more what I'm looking for. I think I covered some good stuff. Awesome. Thank you. Guys, check out Ops 2.0. We just went from 1996 to 2000. Just kidding. It is faster. It's prettier. I love the speed. I was testing it out this morning, and I can't tell you what we used to wait for just to, we just get hypnotized by the color wheel when Opt first, when we started first using Opt and coming in. But now it's out there. It's got some great new features. It's 2.0, and I believe it's just the beginning. I mean, Quility, Symmetry just keeps surprising us with new technology, advancements in technology, and highly recommend you check it out today. If anything, the clip art's much prettier. There we go. Jordan Oliveris, I believe, is coming in. Troy Stevens, hello. I saw you come in a little later. You got some amazing new team members on this. I know I only talked to 2 of them, but
yeah, it's pretty exciting when you scroll down the list and see a bunch of your group on there. They're serious when they're on these calls in the morning.
Indeed, it really is, right? You plug it in. It's hard because you want to tell people here how important it is to get around the fire, but they're already around the fire. It's the ones that aren't here that are really missing out. And again, as Chris says, grocery store approach: take what you need, leave what you don't. You don't have to be on every single meeting that Symmetry holds, but I'll tell you, you're really missing out if you don't at least feel connected. If you don't feel connected, just take that extra step and connect yourself, because we got a lot of really, good people, good hearts. Guys, so on that note, John Lambert was just talking about Cook Next Steps. I really want to edify that, because Val and Betsy have done such an amazing job putting that together and making it so easy to refer in. And then there are agents like I'm going to pick on you, Philip Lawton. We've been having a lot of fun with a client of Philip's exploring IULs, annuities, and permanent whole life, right? With a client that has a specific need and desire, and we're finding all kinds of creative solutions to help him build a tax-free or tax-deferred retirement. And that's what I'm hoping to just give you guys a peek into. Cook Next Steps is number one, because you don't want to interfere with the system that is in place, and that's making sure that you've got a full book of business week in and week out, right? Advanced markets is that little bit of extra. And the more you get to know it, the more you realize that your mortgage protection appointments could very easily pivot into not only getting them protected in that sense, but making sure that they've got money building up for retirement. Or maybe if you got those kids in the house, you can get them an $8 a month, whole life policy through Mutual of Omaha. But for $50 to $100 a month, you can set them up as multimillionaires by the time they're 65. True story. So anybody has kids, knows people with kids, you're doing yourself and them a disservice by not at least understanding what an IUL is and what it can do for people. Val, am I right? Am I right? Now I sound like
You're right. Am I right or am I right?
Right.
Yes, you're right.
Peter Lander. Thank you. So guys, I just want to show you a few things. One of the things I'm going to offer today to everybody. I want you to please speak with your upline first, but I'm also going to make it available as soon as we get them edited up. But we internally, I wanted to get it all edited and closed up and all that. I had limited space, but I have set up a 5-week training on Index Universal Life with the head of advanced markets for Quility, Jeff Sigworth. And he just did an amazing job in a 5-week series on Index Universal Life. And we've got them all recorded. I'm going to be, editing them, putting them up on our agency's YouTube channel. And it's going to allow you and yours to get a perspective direct from the top of Quility on IULs, the power of IULs, and how to simply understand, present, and offer these to your clients. And I know a couple people here have been on one or more of those sessions. I hope you agree. Jeff Sigworth just knocked it out of the park. So I am thrilled to offer whatever value I can in spite of my schedule. And I feel this is a gift that we'll keep on giving once you guys see what Jeff has to offer in terms of that. we're now doing a 5-week annuities training that I will also make sure that we get recorded and booked up, and I'll make sure everybody has access to that as well. So super, super, super exciting stuff. And that's what I wanted to talk about today, guys, is just, you know, again, counsel with your upline, because it's very important that you get your systematic income down first, right? You got to take care of making sure that you build the right habits here, because if you just get excited about things and learn things, you'll either A, become a professional student, and that does not pay well, or B, you're going to be hopping from greener grass to greener grass to greener grass in hopes that this is much easier. None of it's easy, because nothing in life that's rewarding for the long term is truly easy, right? We all know that. So you got to build your systematic income down, but it's very important to understand, right? I've heard it before on calls where people, you know, maybe you're calling a mortgage protection appointment. You're trying to set the appointment. No, I'm good. I got 2 houses. They're both paid off, and I've got 100,000 in retirement. And I can't tell you the number of times I've heard agents that have not peeked into advanced markets say, "Oh, good. Well, you did a great job. You're all taken care of, and I'm on to the next." That's okay, right? You did what was noble given the breadth of knowledge available to you. But once you understand that they're sitting on a pile of illiquid cash that could be leveraged into creating a tax-free retirement for them, and, you know, not only protecting them for their living years, but setting up a legacy, you're leaving a lot of service and you know, what follows service? Profit, right? So you're leaving a lot of service and money on the table by not understanding how to help some of these people. So real quick, first and foremost, I'm going to upload those links no later than tomorrow. You know, I'll throw them up there. Most likely what I'm going to do, though, I'm not just going to throw them on band. I'm going to give them to the leaders, and leaders you can, disseminate accordingly, because I don't want to step on any toes there. Again, guys, it's easy when you're a tadpole to just be like, "Oh, I'm going to swim over here and I'm going to do this," but no, get consistent, you know, get your business right, and then you evolve from there, you know, bit by bit. So one thing I want to show you guys, though, this is right on Quility's website, but it is a rabbit hole, right? Because we have so much to offer. So I want to make sure you guys know where this is. Someone just throw up in their mouth. Just kidding. All right, here we go.
Robert, what's up, brother? How are you, sir? All right.
Oh, of course, right when I share. Hold on, I'm gonna mute out a little bit somewhere. All right, I think we got it. Crowd control. All right, here we go. All right, guys, so under carriers products, you're going to see a section. Where is it? Oh, by the way, guys, look at that, how easy it is to start Summit. I just went to the home page. It's right in front of me. So shame if you're new and you haven't done that yet. Oh, and not even if you're new, just any of us, right? Get on there and do this thing and get to know what it's all about. And Cabo, only 300,000 in production. If you're a producer, 800,000 for team numbers, slam dunk. So let's all go to Cabo next year. But look, guys, right here under carriers of products, product concepts, you can learn all kinds of stuff. If you haven't been through each and all, check them out. But I'm going to go to IUL. I'm going to close this out. And I like this question-based selling document quite a bit. So guys, if you look at this document, it's going to help set you up. You know, when you're in the home, I want you to see that there's very little extra that you have to do to open the doors for what we call a BAM fam, book a meeting from a meeting, right? You help them with the mortgage protection, but all the while, and I know Joe Martinez does this. Joe, I was really inspired by you. I think it's been 2 years now when you were doing a training and you mentioned that just during your role and purpose, you just happened to mention that, you know, I also help people with tax-free retirement. You know, it's in the slideshow now, but Joe really was an innovator in that sense, because he just slipped in at the beginning that he helps people with tax-free retirement and strategies for cash accumulation while he's uncovering the money, right? So the most effective appointments, guys, are going to be the ones that show that you actually care. You've heard the old adage, right? Nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And the best way to show that you care in an appointment is, one, take the time for a role and purpose, right? So I skipped over this first section. These are good questions. You could check them out, but this should all really be in your role and purpose. And your role and purpose establishes who you are, what you're going to be doing, how you help people, and that you're there to help. It's not a one size fits all. And if it doesn't fit, you're on your way to help the next person, right? Little bit of a takeaway there. But in doing this and asking their permission to go over their finances and their health, because you should be going over both. And if you're not, you're really missing out. If you're not going into finances, that correlates to a higher number of chargebacks, believe it or not, because they haven't really understood the need. And if you're not going into health, you're going to run into all kinds of situations with declines and things like that, because you were maybe afraid to ask them if, do you have any felonies or DUIs, things like that. So these are great questions to ask while you're uncovering the money in health. What are you doing for your retirement? How much are you contributing to your plan? This is a big one, guys, right here, because you'll be surprised. Some people are contributing maybe $200-300 a month. Some people 4, 5, 6, 7, as much as they can. Some people even say as much as I can. And are you currently putting money into a savings account or credit union? Why are we asking this, guys? Because most of us will say, yeah, you're saving money. But if you look at bank returns versus COLA, cost of living increase, and inflation, if your money's in the bank, you're actually losing money every year, losing it, right? Anybody look at the price of gas, eggs, milk, meat, right? You're losing it. So you got to get that somewhere safe with growth. And then show value. So check these questions out, guys. You concerned about having your retirement in the stock market? What if you ask that question today in your appointments, guys? Do you think anyone in the stock market right now is thrilled? Are they super optimistic? Probably not. But they maybe don't know where else it can go. Are you aware that you'll pay a substantial amount of taxes when you access your money? Yes, I am, right? Would you like to have access to your money before the age of 59 and a half without penalties? If you had the choice, would you rather pay taxes on your retirement or not pay taxes? That's a tough one. Do you want your retirement to be at risk of losing money, or would you like to invest it where it can't lose money? Right? Now, there's ways to frame these in your own, but I recommend verbatim until you really understand what these tools can do. And what if I could show you how to protect your mortgage and prepare for your future retirement needs without impacting your current budget? Would you like to see what that looks like? There's the magic question, right, Val? Of course, you're not asking them to, sign over their firstborn. You're saying you want to see what that looks like, right? So that opens the door for you to say, great, I'm gonna work up an illustration, and what you do, guys, at this point, when they say yes, is you come to your upline and you say, hey, I have somebody that wants to see what an IUL, annuity, advanced markets, right? You don't have to mention any of that stuff. These questions cover it all, right? So what I want to teach you guys, in addition to being able to refer business in while you're busy and keeping busy, because again, that's the most important, is consistency, is lean on the system to leverage your abilities. Notice that it doesn't take any knowledge whatsoever about annuities, index life, index universal life, whole life, permanent life, debt-free life to ask any of these questions, right? You're just doing a
And let
good
me
job.
jump in there, bro.
Please.
Mark, amazing. I love that you're covering this. Have a plan in advance. So if you're planning on asking the questions, what are you going to do after these questions? Know in advance what exactly you're going to say. If you're referring it to Cook Next Steps, great. We have experts on our team that can help you out with that. I'm sure you're going to have a lot of great questions. We can see if it will be a fit for you. The slight psychological takeaway, right? You mean it might not be a fit, right? So yeah, we can find out if it might be a fit for you and your situation. It takes about 10-15 minutes to go over that, and I'll just let's get a time scheduled, assumptive, right? You're gonna assume. Let's go ahead and get a time scheduled with one of our experts. They'll be able to just answer your questions and go over it a little bit deeper with you. And then schedule the appointment like you would schedule any other appointment. So again, being prepared, know what you're going to do next, have Cook Next Steps open so you can see what's available on the calendar. So I would say have that as a tab always open, because you can ask these questions on every single lead you get that you don't set an appointment on. Think about that. Every single lead you get that you don't set an appointment on. Right, Mark?
I love that, Val. Especially the very simple idea that you had of just having this open while you're in an appointment, right? It's just another browser window. Look, I have 1 million. I can have 1,000,001. That's my problem, guys. Don't look at all this. Lots of tabs, lots and lots of tabs. But hold on, we got a chat. Who in there? CookNextSteps.com. That was you. Thank you. So guys, check it out. Keep it open. Val's right. You got to have a plan. And in addition to Cook Next Steps, right here, very easy. See what they're after. Get it scheduled. I love using Philip Lawton as an example because he had this conversation with his client. It was a mortgage protection appointment. The guy said, well, I really want something that, builds cash value. I don't want to throw money away on term. That's just some people's mindset. We're not here to change people's minds. We're here to serve their needs and open their minds a little bit though. And in doing that, guys, as Philip and I learned, now mind you, I've really been hot on IULs lately. Val set the stage and Betsy, followed through with Debt-Free Life. And once I peek behind the curtain, I can't stop now. I want to learn as much as I can and help as many people as I can, because it's amazing what a living benefit tool this is, financially and otherwise for people. But, that said, I have maybe turned in 2 annuities in my entire time here. And Philip Lawton calls me and says, hey, I know you're an annuity expert, so can you help me with this client? Right, Philip? Not exactly. He called me for help with an IUL. And then the guy said, well, I really just want to defer taxes. And I said, well, that sounds more like an annuity situation. He had a big lump sum coming in. And so, I say fake it until you make it, tongue in cheek, right? You never want to misrepresent yourself. At the same time, I, and so should you be, was confident knowing that we have all the resources in the world. So tax deferred, at least I know that means, let's look at maybe an annuity. And I said, you know what, Britt, what is it that we want to accomplish here? Philip and I asked him a few questions, and not knowing anything about annuities for the most part, we scheduled the next meeting. Hey, well, let's get together on Wednesday. We'll put together an illustration for you. Now, again, I'm just being transparent here, guys, to show you just how simple it is if you leverage the system. To date, I have still not done my own annuity illustration. I call F&G. It's a carrier I really like. I ask for the annuities department, sales and marketing support. And I say, hey, we've got a guy, he's 65. Here's his date of birth. He's got this much, he's got this much money in his 401k. He wants to put it into an annuity. And oh, by the way, he has an extra, 30 grand he wants to do for the next 5 years and deposit that. Can he do that? What does this look like? What does that look like? So now we're simply asking the questions that the client asked us. And when he asked us and I didn't know the answer, Philip didn't sweat. I didn't sweat. We said, that's a great question, Britt. So we're going to cover that when we get back to you with the illustration, because I don't know the answer yet either, right? So write down those questions. I go back, and these representatives in the marketing departments at each and every one of our carriers are there specifically to help us with exactly this, right? So in asking F&G all of our questions and having F&G design our illustration on a screen share so that we can watch them do it, we're learning how to do this ourselves. And 2 or 3 more of these, we won't need to call F&G, right? So I just want you guys to be able to leverage the process without interfering with what's necessary to truly effectively build a business here. It's what you came here for, and that's that systematic income. You invest in leads, you dial, you set appointments with the families that still care to get helped. You care enough about them to ask these great questions, and it takes nothing but being able to read to do this much. And from there, you've got your upline, you've got the carriers, and you've got all these great resources to help you in the background. And as long as you book that meeting out, even a day, you've got plenty of time to get it covered, right? So I know I went a little bit over, guys. It's because I get excited about showing you this. Leaders, I will be giving you that 5-part IUL series taught by Quility's very own head of advanced markets, Jeff Sigworth. I think you'll find it truly valuable. And we'll have annuities in another couple weeks for everybody. But and who knows, maybe we get together and host a watch party. I don't mind doing the whole 5 series all over again if leaders, we want to talk about doing something like that. Are there any questions, guys, about what we talked about today? Comments, questions, suggestions? Is my thing muted or no one has anything?
No, I have just a comment, man. Great job covering that. Seriously. Yeah, just remember go in with the game plan. Remember to counsel upline before you make the phone call. Okay, what is your game plan? Be prepared to execute. In the same way, when you run an appointment, are you prepared to write the application? Okay, do you have the application up? Are you going in with an expectation? So go in with that expectation. If you are referring, have quick next steps up, have the calendar, you can bring the calendar up quite quickly, get familiar with how to bring the calendar up so you're not on the spot. Go in with the game plan. Otherwise, results are going to vary a little bit. A lot.
Val, I love how you tied it all together. I can't thank you enough because, guys, again, it's so easy to become a professional student here and feel like you're accomplishing something. And I don't say that with any kind of judgment or to shame anybody or anything like that. We're all here to learn, and it's important to learn. But this business is all about baptism by fire, and it's about learning by doing, right? When you're studying, whether you realize it or not, you're hiding when it comes to this business. You're hiding from the activity. And it's very tempting to hide from the activity through the guise of learning and studying. But it doesn't pay the bills. And there's a more effective way to learn, and that's by doing, making mistakes, and knowing that we have your back, and knowing that your clients are human and they know that you're human, and humans make mistakes. And as long as your heart's in the right place, you'll get through it. Okay. And that's just really, really, really important to recognize. That said, guys, you're all still here. You can hop off if you like, and half the cameras aren't on. I guess we're having technical difficulties again throughout the nation here. I pray to God. I know Ukraine's important, but let's pray for these cameras as well. Get them. There's Matt Costa. His just came on. Oh my God, prayer works, guys. Look at that. Just kidding. I just want to say I put now in my recruiting ads, and I don't feel disingenuous one bit. I put that we offer 401ks as one of our benefits. Okay. Why do on LinkedIn, they let you put benefits. So we do have health benefits, highly subsidized. I'm paying less than $500 a month for my family, as opposed to the $1,400 that .gov wanted to charge for a lesser plan, right? So we've got health plans. We've got free life insurance for a year, cost-free, carriers cover it. And we also have retirement plans that you can write on yourself, that you can get paid a commission on for writing on yourself. Now, don't you dare do that for the commission. I shouldn't say don't you dare. You guys do what you want, but maybe you need the lead budget and you can creatively make that happen. But at the heart of it all, I want you to do it because we have something that's way, 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 way better than a 401k. And I should actually, next time I host a huddle, we're going to do 401k versus IUL. So the benefits far outnumber a 401k when it comes to an IUL. And I'll have a little worksheet for you guys as well. But do you know that you can just go into, who here has a retirement plan? So we're all entrepreneurs now, right? You're on your own. There's no pension. We don't have a 401k that you pay into. Who wishes they had a retirement plan in place right now? Just me. Okay. Okay, good. Catherine and me and Philip. Steve Devine. John Lambert. All right. Anyway, guys, who would be willing to contribute to a plan like this? Just as you would at 401k, they tell you how much do you want to take out of your check every week, right? How much will you guys be willing to put in every month? A couple $100? Who here has kids and wish that their kids didn't have to worry when they get older, right? Me too. I didn't do these drawings by myself back there, right? We gotta get these kids to art school fast. So the point is, guys, I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole, but they do say it's about $100 for every decade of life, right? So if you got kids under 10 years old, you're looking at 50, Steve Devine knows this. He and I love this for kids. 50 to, and guys, by the way, this is the way to your clients' hearts. Once you start helping the kids, you start opening up all kinds of opportunities, because this not only works for kids, but it works for adults too, right? So just know that for about 50 to 100 bucks a month, you can set a kid for life. And for yourself, guys, you can set up a retirement plan today, right? Today. So I would recommend calling, talk to your upline first if you're not appointed, but it's important for your own retirement to get appointed with one of the carriers that does IULs or whole life. If you're over 50, you might want to look into permanent life or even an annuity. But the point is, you can build your own retirement here on your own pen, turning in your own business, and be protected for life. And I recommend any and all to take seriously today or tomorrow as one of your tasks to talk to your upline about getting appointed with F&G or Columbus Life, I would say. And then call one of them, ask for the Index Universal Life department, and write an IUL on yourself, right? Build yourself a little savings plan, because as long as your investment in leads is set, your investment in recruiting is set, just like you would at any other job, make sure that you've got a little bit aside for savings or retirement. And instead of saving it in a bank where it will lose money every single year, you're going to put it in a tax-free growth vehicle that will continue to grow at the very worst at guaranteed rates, but most likely in line with an index that will have exponential rates. Right now, F&G is averaging 7 to 9% a year, plus tax-free, right? And guess what? You'll never have to pay taxes on the money again, because what some of you may not realize is that once it's in a vehicle like this, you can access it tax-free forever by loaning it to yourself. You never take the money out. You loan it to yourself at a very, very low rate. The carriers all do it for you. Any day of the week that the banks are open, you can access your money. You're not 59 and a half, no problem. Access your money, right? Whenever you want. And further, it's passed on to your children as your legacy. Again, tax-free. So a lot of stuff that I could talk about all day on this, but I wanted you guys to know that in addition to offering this to people, help yourself with one of these. Help a family member with one of these first, okay? And see how fun it is to watch people not say how much does it cost, but how much can I save, all right? Because that's the kind of questions you get when you start showing people the benefit of having one of these things live. And you're gonna feel great knowing that as someone in this industry, that you also own this for your own retirement. So I thank you guys so much. And thanks for always bearing with me. I know I go a good 10, 15, 20 minutes over, but I love you guys. And I love being able to spend time. And as a part-timer, I don't always get to do that. So I thank you guys for being generous with your time and being on here. And I wish everybody a great day.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you. Have a great one.